Hi, this is Miriam from the Schitzo-Cookie channel, and this is a wrap-up video and a review video of the books that I've read in January. The first book that I read was Outcast Volume 3. I really like this series. This is a really good and creepy horror series, and it's really intriguing, and I like the characters and the creepy story and the mystery and everything, and I'm really looking forward to see where this series goes. And tiny spoiler alert, nothing huge, but yeah, I love the fact that he finally told Alison the truth about what happened with her being possessed and why he attacked her and their daughter and everything. And yeah, it really bugs me in series and in films when it should have been so much easier just to say the truth from the beginning, instead of keep lying and keep getting in trouble and keep just making things more and more complicated. I know that when it comes to supernatural and stuff like that, it's not that easy to tell someone because then they won't believe you, but still I think if he would have just gathered enough facts and evidence for it, then I still think it would be much better just to say the truth from the beginning, instead of him being tormented and split apart from his family and everyone hating him and not understanding what happened. And yeah, so I'm really glad that he finally told her, and I'm looking forward to see what happens in the fourth volume of this one. The art is the same as in the previous volumes. It's really well made, and the coloring and the characters and the expressions of faces and the goriness and the creepiness and the colors are just perfect. There's not too many colors, but still cool. You see here, it's just a purple tone to the setting, and then it's more greenish, greenish blue. And yeah, I really love the art. It fits perfectly with the story, and it's so well made. I like the girl, the little child, the design here. I think she's so cute. So really happy about the art. It's really gorgeous, really high quality. And after that, I read Young Avengers Volume 1. I've been looking forward to read this one because I love the art by Jamie, and yeah. But when it comes to the story, I wasn't really that into it. I guess I like when they focus on one character at a time, so that you get to know that character and then you follow that character. This was a bit too chaotic because they followed all of these characters, and well, I guess that's not really my thing. I guess I like when they have one character at a time, because I think that too much stuff was going on and too much stuff was happening. And I've said it before, I like the sort of in-between moments and stuff when a character grows and when it happens more other stuff than just the fighting stuff. Even though I like fighting and gore and stuff, I think it's nice when they have something more that makes the story deeper and more interesting for me. So when they have too much characters, I actually did like the characters. It's just maybe I would have liked, like I said, to read one of the characters, one volume for each character or something. I don't know. But it was okay, and I'm glad I read it. I don't think I will continue reading this series though, since yeah, it wasn't really my thing. But yeah. The art was, as expected, really pretty. I really like Jamie's art. It's perfect lines and perfect, just really well made. And I've said it before, I have a bit of a hard time with the font for Loki. It's hard to read, but I know that why it's there. It's for all the gods have these kind of font, but it's still hard for me to read. Wasn't a big fan of the character design of Loki as well. Sort of think he looks kind of geeky. Now I can't find a proper page with him, but yeah, I think he looks weird, a bit ridiculous. Don't like the character design. I like the design of him in Miss Marvel. I thought that was fun, but here he looks like a sort of little boy dressing up. So I didn't like that. But the other characters I liked. I like the America character. I think she's cool. And other than that, the art is great. So yeah, good, okay story, but not the best. And then I read X-Men Volume 3, Bloodline. This is the X-Men series that follows all of the female characters in X-Men. Not all of them, but some of them. I'm quite disappointed in this series. The story is okay, not that special. I can't remember much of it, and I loved the art in the first volume, but this one was just okay, not that good. So yeah, this series wasn't a hit for me, so I'm not gonna continue with it. I'm not sure how many volumes there is more than this one. This is the third. But yeah, I like the all new X-Men story better, so I'm gonna continue with that one instead, I think. And after that I read Press, and it's a DC story, and it's about a crazy election and sort of the weird future, and about a girl that has sort of a weird video where her hair gets stuck in a fryer or something. She works at a fast food court. She works in a fast food place that sells corn dog, so she's called the corn dog girl, since she got famous for getting her hair stuck in the fryer. And then she gets nominated for being president, and other weird stuff, or mostly about that. It was weird, but quite fun and quite interesting to read about now when all the elections and stuff has been going on in the US right now. It's fun to read about this and just, I don't know, laugh about how weird it is when weird people can be president. Yeah, well, I like the artwork in this one. I like the expressions of the characters' faces, and I like the colourfulness and the playfulness, and I thought it was overall quite a fun read to read because of the artwork, and I don't know, it was one of the favourite things about this comics. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, so I guess I liked it. It's nothing that I think I will remember that much, and I don't think I will continue reading it, but I was glad I read it. A bit irritated that it was so much fucking dudes all the time. It's just, I think in most series they think they can get away with it if the main character is a girl, but then if all the rest of the characters are guys, I still get annoyed and quite bored by it, to be honest. But other than that, a fun read, and I definitely recommend you reading it if you just want a fun, quick read. That's about elections or politics, but in a weird, non-poly way. Okay, yeah, I don't know the word for that, but yeah. And after that I read a book that tons of people have been recommending me to read, and that was Lazarus 1. I love the fact that she has a muscular and strong body, and that she's really tall, because if she's designed or if she's genetically
genetically, if she's if she's, because if she's made to kill and made to be a strong like warrior, that's, I think that makes more sense than her being like a petite little tiny little girl. So I think that was cool that they actually, like, the drawing shows that she's strong. But the fact that she's only 19, yeah, I don't see that. Not in the way she's acting or the way she's portrayed. I can't speak today. But yeah. So no, I don't believe that she's 19. I think it's ridiculous that the main characters are always so young, even though they don't look young or act young. But other than that, it was an interesting story, and I look forward to reading the continues of this series. I don't think I was in love with it as much as people seems to be, since I got it recommended like 1,000 times. But I was probably overhyped and expected more. That's why maybe I was a bit disappointed, but I still think it's an interesting story and I will continue reading it, so it's not that bad.
I think the art is nice. It's quite a fitting style for like an agent thriller sort of comic. I think it looks good and clean, and I like the color tones and the feeling in the settings. It makes it feel like an Bond or agent movie or something, and I think that's nice. I do sort of compare it to Velvet, and the art doesn't measure up to Velvet arts that are just gorgeous when it comes to like the cool city settings with the rain and the reflection of the streets, and that's just marvelous. But still, I still do enjoy the art in this one.
I hate when they use the word pussy as an insult. I didn't like that. But other than that, I liked it. So yeah, thumbs up. And then I reread 2 comics from a series that I just read volume 3 of, or I reread volume 1 and volume 2 before I read the 3rd volume, and that was Low. So I reread volume 1 and volume 2 of Low, and I absolutely loved this series, and it was so fun to reread it, because then I understood more what was going on and what was happening, and like stuff's happening in the 1st volume that they continue with the story in the 2nd one and then the 3rd one, and I wouldn't have noticed that if I hadn't reread them, because I forget things quite often and quite easily. So it was really nice to read them more more at once. So I definitely recommend that if you read this, or if you haven't read it, read it, and if you have read it, reread it before you read the 3rd volume, because I think it just makes everything better. And yeah, don't have much else to say. Lovely series, great art, and reading comics is something I should be doing more. It's good for my wallet, and it's good for the series and the understanding of all the stuff's going on, so I definitely should do that more often than I do. And you can comment in the comments below if you are a person that rereads series often, or if you're just a person that reads new stuff all the time. It would be fun if you let me know. And then I read Miss Marvel Volume 6, and I'm really happy and glad that they still do all the fun school stuff and the relationship with her and her friends and Bruno and everything like that. That's the thing that makes me love the series, that makes me appreciate all the fighting scenes and all the battles and all the cool stuff going on more, because it makes me care about her, it makes me care about her characters. No, it makes me care about her friends and everything going on, because I know more about them, so they're just not... Yeah, it makes them more human, and it just makes it even better, I think.
The art in this volume was really, really nice. I absolutely love the art by Takeshi, and I think it's really, really nice. I love the art by Mirka. Yeah, sorry, I'm bad at names. As well, but I think my favorite part was the art by Takeshi. Really, really love the colors as well for Marvel. Miss Marvel, I like the color tones. It's colorful without being too childish. It's more color with a sort of nice hint of dark, if that's something that you can understand. It's more like dirty color choices. No, that sounds weird. It's called that in Swedish. I'm not sure what it's called in English, but you know, when it's more like grayish tones, I really like that.
Yeah, really interesting and good story. I really feel for her with all her all the stuff's going on with her and her family, and her love for her best friend and everything going on with him and his new girlfriend and everything, and it's just a really, really good story. I love Miss Marvel. Yeah, and then lastly I read Spider-Woman, and it's a story about Silk, Spider-Woman and Spider-Gwen, and I love all the spider characters, and especially these Spider-Girl characters, so it was a really fun read to read. I'm really glad that I read it. It's like with most these kind of mix up of quite different issues and quite different stories, sort of, even though they sort of all I can't speak today. They all it's one story, but then there's issues for each character that sort of takes place and between their own issues and their own series, sort of. That can be confusing at times, but mostly I think it went well, and it was interesting. I love the fact where they jump between different kind of versions and dimensions of Earth, and I think that's so funny and interesting. A bit confusing at times, but still very interesting. So yeah, a fun and interesting read.
There was a few different artists in this one. I wasn't a huge fan of this style here in the beginning. It's pretty, but not the way I like in comics. I like cleaner art, not as sketchy, and this looks more like art to put on a wall than art for comics. I don't know why. Wasn't really my favorite style. But then when we continue to this art, I did like. It was clean and nice, and quite a sort of unique style that I liked. And then all the art for the Spider-Woman comics was, of course, marvelous, since it's Joelle that's the artist, and I love her art. It's just perfect. It's just perfection. The Silk art I'm used to from the Silk comics. I think it's pretty and unique, but the characters do look a bit weird, and their body shape is a bit weird, so it's funny but not really my favorite. I still like it though. What else of kind of art do we have? I think it was those three, if I remember correctly. But mostly I did enjoy the art, and like I said, I love all the arcs with Joelle's art, because those are just perfection. The Spider-Gwen art changed a bit. Some I liked, some I didn't like. But overall, I am happy about the art in this volume.
Yeah, that was thumbs ups for that one as well. And that was all that I read in January, and I hope you liked this video, and if you do, you could leave a comment below, or you could subscribe, or you could do nothing. It's up to you. Bye!